Rush Limbaugh and his wit and wisdom inspired a few generations. You can hear some of that wit and wisdom here on the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. Hello, happy Wednesday. Guys, today we're going to talk about, the topic is good leaders are. Okay, and of course I got inspired really by a table topic session today in my Toastmasters. And so I want you to, now I know some of you are like, well, I want to hear political news. Well, guess what? As you guys know, I'm grieving over the death of my father. And so until I come back on the 18th of March, you won't hear much political come out of my mouth. Now, granted, yes, I'm getting tired of the government propaganda machine for Biden care, when they know very well right now that Biden doesn't have a leg to stand on. But let me give you 6 points for you to chew on what good leaders are. Number one, good leaders are admirable mentors. That's the top one right there. Good leaders are admirable mentors. Okay? And here's the thing. You need to know, can you be a mentor to somebody who wants to go where you've been, where you're at? And can you also reach out to leaders who are mentors who can take you where you want to go? Yeah, I told you guys, this show isn't always going to be political. But Jimmy, the government's in trouble and things are a mess right now. Can't you just stick to the issues? Look, sometimes I have to agree with Rush, even election years and off election years. Now, a little bit more towards the fall, I'll start taking things more seriously. But the fact of the matter is this: the title of this show, the title of one of my YouTube channels, the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. Okay? And at the Hendricks School of Leadership, we don't just talk about politics, unless we come up with a political example of leaders. Okay, here's the next one. The best leaders are the best at building teams, building them together. And I know some people have this inside the box, outside the box routine, and we got to go with the flow with, what's going on, in the current age. You guys have to forgive me, okay? I'm 54 dang years old. I'm a bit old school. I think we should go somewhat outside the box. And I think even politically conservatives need to think outside the box. I'm not saying we compromise principles, but at least go somewhat outside the box. That doesn't mean, cave or anything like that. Just look at different approaches to doing things. Because, that's how things in Washington and in some cases in businesses get broke. Alright, it's just a basic assessment here. Number 3. Good leaders are good communicators. And once again, I'm going to put in a plug for Toastmasters. I'm going to be sending this to my club president to share with whoever she wants. Good leaders are good communicators. And I've known a few good leaders in politics who have been good communicators. The first one that I can imagine in my life was Ronald Reagan in my childhood. He was an excellent leader. Back in the early 80s, we were in uncertain times, inflation and such as we're in now. And the good news is Reagan communicated his vision, and he had the strength to know who would follow his vision and who wouldn't. All honesty. But leaders need to know how to communicate in the good times and how to communicate in a crisis. And one thing I heard about from John Maxwell about how to communicate in a crisis is you give kind of like a gratitude sandwich. You give them gratitude for the good job that they're doing. In the middle, you put in the criticisms of how we could do better, and then put in gratitude at the end. Or as some child developers like to call it, the praise sandwich. You know what I mean? The gratitude sandwich of leadership. I believe that was something from John Maxwell, and it's something I stand for as well. Number 4. Good leaders develop themselves. You start first by leading yourself. If you can't even lead yourself, you can't make a good leader. That's just all there is to it. That's why some churches, such as mine, the rank of bishop or above, you need requires a good, strong man in marriage. Okay? Now, here's another thing. And this insight, number 4, good leaders are good edifiers. They educate their people, but they also edify them. You uplift them. In his book, How to Win Friends and How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie, in I believe it was the 2nd chapter, he said, if you want to win friends and influence people, you got to give them what they want. And of course, there's all kinds of drives, food, sex, money, blah, 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 blah. But the one thing that people want the most is appreciation. As a leader, you show them love and appreciation. I've seen great leaders do that. If you can't do that, what business do you have to be a leader? That's just honesty. And number 6, great leaders are people of faith. I know this might offend some people, I'm honest, but I'm a person of deep faith that stands for what it stands for. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership classroom. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, keep up your faith. Please do this and keep up your hope. I say this every day to self-soothe. Jesus saves and I'm okay. So I want you to put this in your mind, please. Please do this. Jesus saves and we're all going to be okay. Take care and be proactively informed. And remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really love you. God bless you and have a blessed day.